We are on the brink of a truth where fire does not burn, iron bends, and time stops. This is not a show. This is the most bare form of man's relationship with matter. In Arabic terms, dark is known as a miracle in today's world. But this is not just a matter of faith. This is a story of physical transformation, chemical breakdown, and mathematical proof. Burning in fire, stabbing, cuts, weapon blows. These are not shows. These are extraordinary states experienced and observed in a situation different from the property of matter. And today, we are unveiling the behind the scenes of these events. With science, revelation, history, and experience. Because if you cannot explain something physically, chemically, and mathematically, humanity is ready to accuse it of either magic, jinn-related affairs, or fraud. This issue cannot be explained only by faith. Because humanity wants evidence, and the evidence humanity believes in today is based on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology. Everything created by Almighty God continues to live by relying on a cycle. The breaking of the apocalypse also has a physics. Death also has a chemistry. And without understanding this cycle, we cannot explain these events. Fire is not just an element. Fire is a symbol of the transformation that emerges when matter deviates from its usual properties. And the most striking example of this transformation is in the Holy Quran, Surah Anbiya 69. It appears in the verse, "In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, we said, O fire, be coolness and safety upon Abraham." This verse is not an expression of a miracle. This verse is a chemistry formula. Because the burning property of fire does not disappear here. Fire is still fire, but is now moving with its opposite. And this opposition reveals the principle of transformation of matter. Science is trying to reach the bare state of the photon. Because the photon is the purest particle carrying the effect of time on space. And when this particle is brought to its bare state, the linear flow of time is disrupted. Now it's not hours, seconds, but moments, breakdowns, jumps that are discussed. At this point, space also begins to unravel. Because space is the visual projection of time. When time stops, space does not remain fixed. On the contrary, space also transforms. And this transformation is the point where matter meets its opposite. The state that the saints experience while holding fire occurs within this unraveled space. They do not reach the bare state of the photon. They have surrendered to the command kun, and this surrender abolishes the rule of time. Science has not yet reached this point, but it is getting closer. Photon bombardments are a key to breaking the effect of time on space. And one day, this key will transform into a form of light that does not burn. When that day comes, humanity will see the physical counterpart of the command kun in the laboratory. And maybe they'll say this. This was not a miracle. It was a formula. This was a gateway opened by this command. The moment when fire does not burn is visible with a green flame. Not yellow, not red, green. According to the saying of the saints, when the fire is seen as green, it is struck. This is a sign that the fire has transitioned into a state of submission, meaning it is no longer burning but in a peaceful form. And this form is not only physical, but also a sign of a spiritual transformation. The moment of striking is the pinnacle of this transformation. Human holds the fire in their hand, but does not burn, because now the fire acts with its opposite. And this opposition has become physically visible. The green flame is a symbol of this visibility. So how is this possible? By the breaking of time, the dissolution of space, and the command of kun. This is not a performance. This is a transformation. And this transformation is a secret left to the future of humanity. But this secret is unlocked not only with knowledge, but with submission. And this passage shows the most naked form of humans' relationship with matter. In the next section, we will discuss the most striking example of this secret: the casting of Prophet Abraham into the fire.